All right, welcome to another episode of Mrs. Z and Fifth with your host Zach Keas and the Fifth General. What's up, man? What's going on?
Hey, what's good? What's good? Good to be here. Good to be here. Yeah, man. Yeah, not episode.
We coming off of a great episode last week.
Yeah, man.
Got a lot of attention. That was episode 12, right? Episode 12. Episode 16 will make it the 100th episode of Mrs. Z and Fifth.
Wow, that's right. Yeah, man.
The 100th episode of Mrs. Z and Fifth. That'll be episode 16 of season 4. Last episode we talked about.
Thank you for tuning in, y'all.
Oh, thank you. Absolutely. We talked about don't marry these types of women. When you get a chance, peep that episode. That episode was very good. A lot of valuable information, entertainment as well, but valuable information on that episode. All right, now, on to what's going on now. So Martin Luther King, as we're recording this, Martin Luther King was holiday was Monday. We're recording this on a Tuesday, and a statue got unveiled in where? Boston, Massachusetts, right?
Boston, yes, in Boston, yeah.
So I'll pull it up. Y'all be the judge. Y'all tell me what the heck this looks like. If you're watching on your screen. Okay.
Yeah. It looks unusual. You can't even make it out, but
Now, for those who have seen it, like myself and you, Zach, what was your first thought?
I wanted to know. I thought it was something perverted. I thought it was something perverted, and that's something that was belonging to sex museum. I'll be honest with you, because I could not make that out. I could not make that out at all. I could not make it out at all. I thought it belonged with the sex museum in Manhattan. I could not make that out. But when I look into it, and I said, let me see what this statue is really all about. So what I did was I went on YouTube, and I just type in statue, crazy statue. I just type in crazy statue on the YouTube channel. And then next thing you know, this shows up. And then the guy, the creator said, listen, he explained, he broke it down. He said, this is a statue of Coretta Scott King and Dr. King. I don't see the head. I said, where's the head? It is their arms. and this is when he won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1964. But I said, I'm trusted. I said, I don't see Coretta. All I see is two hands. And I'm trying to, so it's when Dr. King is hugging Coretta. And I'm trying to.
Well, we're going to show that. So
no, I'm trying to.
Right. So let's go into that, right? Let's show what that's supposed to look like. So it's supposed to represent embrace, a warm embrace, right? And but the crazy thing is that when you look at it from a certain angle, it looks like somebody is performing a sexual act.
Yes, that's what I thought it was at first when I first seen it.
Yeah.
I was confused when I first seen it. I was like, oh my gosh, is that a... I was trying to look at it from different angles. I was trying to look at it, and I couldn't even... Lord help us, I couldn't make it out. I just couldn't make it out. But
so
yeah.
It looks like this.
Now see? Yeah.
Yeah.
You see that, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah.
This is the statue. This is what really was supposed to represent, ladies and gentlemen.
But
King hugging his wife.
But it should have a body with head sticking up.
At least that. At least the head sticking up. At least the head sticking up, you know?
Yeah, because what the heck, you know?
Now, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is in Boston, Massachusetts. If you want to know where the statue is, it's in Boston. So, yeah, it must be a huge statue. But this is what's supposed to look like. Coretta Scott King, the lovely Coretta Scott King, hugging her husband, Dr. King. So,
well, see,
respect.
Listen, we have many statues. Like, you know, how come? So, all right, you said that. What did you say? The artist said the artist felt like, okay, if you're an artist, you should defend your art. I have no issue with that. You should be able to defend your art. I got no issue with that.
What he said, whatever you want to make of it. That was his response. Whatever you want to make with it,
but,
you make with it.
It looks like somebody's choking somebody out.
Yeah.
From one particular angle, that's why they was putting memes out there. And they said that them arms look like Melvin when he was choking Jody and Baby Boy. So people started saying that. You know what I'm saying? Like people started saying that. They was like, yo, why does it look like that? Why does it look
exactly.
Like that? You know?
Oh, like when Big Ram choked out Baby Boy and slapped him in the head.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about, a Baby Boy.
He was like youngster. And he went back in to give him that big wrestling choke in the hole. I was like, oh, shucks. Yeah. He said, Jody, scream to your mother now, Jody. Scream to your mother now, Jody. Scream to your I'm like, yo, dude. Yeah. Oh man. Ugh. Ooh, yeah. But yeah, man. I mean, the statue. Not we understand what it really means, but I like things where people can really can understand it, because that was hard to understand when you look at that statue.
Yeah,
very hard to understand. It's a big statue, big statue. But now you can make it up, but you have to put the actual picture next to that statue just to make it out. Yeah. Because Coretta Scott King's arm is going underneath. King is wrapped there like this.
Yeah.
So Coretta's arm is coming up like this with the bracelet. That's Coretta's arm.
Yeah.
So yeah. At least he could explain it a little better. So, but yeah.
I feel like there's always a great deal of disrespect when Martin Luther King Day comes. You know what I'm saying? There's always somebody trying to say something. You know, and you got people like there'll be people who be straight up racist, and then they want to quote Dr. King.
Yeah.
On Dr. King Day. Like, what's that about?
Yeah. So this is what I want to mention this too.
Yeah, go ahead.
That a lot of people don't talk about. You see, people praise King a lot.
Yep.
When his birthday comes up, but the question is. And I know a lot of people would be like, what? The question is, when he was, during his time of living, he was considered a troublemaker during his time of living, right? He would speak up. He was boisterous during his time of living. So a lot of people, older than the young people, would not be marching with Dr. King. They were against it because they literally had some people that were satisfied the way how things were. They were satisfied. They were satisfied the way how things were. Segregation, satisfied with segregation, satisfied with how the things are with Jim Crow and segregation. So a lot of people will not be marching with them. They had a lot to lose. Yeah. They had a lot to lose, a whole lot to lose. So that's why they send kids out against to march out. And then they had Bull Connor with the dogs. Yeah, but that's what it is,
And here's the thing: I can understand certain people say, "Hey, how come it couldn't just look like, like this?" You know what I mean? Because
the monument, yeah.
Come, it's like, how come it couldn't just look like that? You know what I'm saying? But I mean, hey, like I, that was, the guy's artistic vision. But
you can literally everybody can see that is King.
You could tell that's him. You could definitely
everybody
tell that's him.
Anybody can see that's King right there. Anybody can see that's Dr. King in the monument. Yeah. And we both had the pleasure of seeing that in real life. Seen that in real life, yes.
Yeah.
In real life. So everybody can make the statue, a monument out, So I think that's that was a great art right there. To me, when I first see that, I said, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, man.
I don't know. So let's say this. Well, we'll get into the story. I said I didn't want to talk about it, because it was a Chicago thing. So Mayor Lightfoot of Chicago. Let me get this off the screen. Mayor Lightfoot of Chicago.
Yes.
What's her name? Mary Lightfoot or whatever the heck her name. This point.
Yeah, Mary Lightfoot of Chicago. Was she the mayor? Yeah.
Hey man, I didn't ask you, man. How old is that news?
That's a good question. I think maybe
let me
that had to be maybe a week, maybe a few days old. It had to be maybe a few days old.
Let me look this up before
I think it had to be a few days old. Mary Lightfoot. They don't want the immigrants.
So this was a day ago. Okay.
Yeah.
This was a day ago.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It says Woodlawn. This is in Chicago. This is a video that was made by Africa Diaspora News Channel, and by the brother named Philip Scott. For those who don't know him, he been on Instagram. I mean, he been on YouTube for years. He was the Advice Show.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he talked about how. You know what? Let me see if I can play it. Because there we go. It's ready, and then I'll kind of go in and out from his commentary about it. You know, don't want to play the whole thing to disrespect. Going on the commentary here. Okay, let's go.
Has decided to drop Haitian migrants that came over into a black neighborhood called Woodlawn, and the residents are very upset about her plans to drop these migrants just in their community. Let's go ahead and roll that clip.
I'm here because I am a child of Woodlawn. I was born and raised in Woodlawn. And
so Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot has decided to drop Haitian migrants that came over into a black neighborhood called Woodlawn, and the residents are very upset about her plans to drop these migrants just in their community. Let's go ahead and roll that clip.
I'm here because I am a child of Woodlawn. I was born and raised in Woodlawn. And I'm speaking on behalf of the people that are here and the ones that's not here, the ones that's at work and couldn't make it here. We are very disappointed in this decision that Mayor Lightfoot has made to place these migrants in our community without our permission. Shame. Mayor Lightfoot would.
Now, she said, place them in our community without our permission. Now,
yeah.
Now I get it. So let's do this before I get more into it. For those who are familiar with immigrant towns, like a Chinatown, like Chinatowns almost in every major city.
Yeah.
Koreatowns, Little Italy in certain cities. Jewish neighborhoods.
Yes.
German neighborhoods, Russian neighborhoods, Russian migrant neighborhoods. Little Havana, Cuban neighborhoods. Little Haiti, that's in Florida. Little Haiti's Haiti in Miami.
Yeah, Miami.
Right outside of Little Havana, right?
Got a little Caribbean in Brooklyn too.
Yeah, you got a lot of people from the islands in Brooklyn. I mean, it's full of them.
Yeah.
And so typically, you know, you have your neighborhoods, you know, whatever, right? To add more context to this, me personally, I understand what they're saying, and it has nothing to do with them being Haitian. But the reason why she put them there is because they black. So it's like her saying, hey, even though they Haitian, they black people, so you should be okay with them being there. And what they don't understand is that although they may be black people, but they're not foundational black Americans, right? And if you want to be a part of the community, then that should be your choice, as opposed to just placing you there.
Yeah.
You know, it's like if I drive a truck. Oh, this is a bad metaphor. Okay, I need to pick a different one. This is better. If I get a whole bunch of apple let's see, sycamore, right? Say I got sycamore tree seeds, right? Or poplar tree seeds, right? And I go to Florida and plant it right next to a palm tree. That's gonna stand out. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be like, what the heck? That don't grow here. Dang, that might have been a bad example too. Okay, let me just say this. These people are human beings. You don't just drop human beings off anywhere. Okay?
Right.
So you have to teach them how to contribute to the community. So this most of the time when immigrants come from a foreign country and come here, they don't contribute to America. They contribute to their own community and only populate and deal with their own people. Okay? It is what it is, right? I guess it's no different from a whole bunch of Americans moving somewhere else. And then because the only thing they have in common is they're Americans, then maybe they may have a common goal and they may be with each other. Okay, fine. But you don't see other countries doing this. Haiti would never do this. Haiti would never take a whole bunch of people from here and drop them off somewhere in Haiti. Like, Haiti would never do this.
You know why?
Go ahead.
Haiti don't have no resources. Haiti is restricted from. You know who runs Haiti? The gangs run Haiti. Haiti has no government. This is why people are fleeing Haiti. Haiti, they will never know. There is nobody in the world that will go to Haiti. The only place that would possibly, but even the Haitians wouldn't even go back to Haiti that live in America. That live in America or live in they might have some in France too. They won't even go back to Haiti or Canada. They have Haitians in Canada. They will not go back to Haiti. Haiti is a hell zone. Gangs run the streets. Gangs will shoot you if they see you. If you don't, the kids can't even go to school in Haiti. That's how bad Haiti is.
Yeah,
the kids can't even go to. This is why people are fleeing Haiti. The kids, there's no future in Haiti. Haiti has no future. The kids can't go to school. The government, the president got killed. Dr. Moïse was the last president they had. He was murdered. Haiti has no future whatsoever. This is why they need help. But I also agree with what you said before, that you cannot drop people off. They have African Americans in certain areas don't have all the resources that they need.
I'm gonna help your point. I'll play the video.
Yeah,
let's go.
Okay,
never pull this.
Oh, just to remind people, this is Chicago for those who forgot.
Type of thing in anyone's neighborhood. She would not drop off a busload of Haitians in Little Village. She would not drop off a busload of black people in Chinatown. She would.
Good point. She said she would never take black people, black Americans, and say, hey, go to Chinatown and set up shop there. The point she's making is you do this here, but you would never, if it was the other way around, you would never allow this. And let's put this as an example. Chinatown, right? If Chinatown said they don't want Haitians, they don't want Haitian migrants in the neighborhood, nobody would say, do you know that they wouldn't be held accountable for that? They would.
You know why?
Go ahead.
Because it's their community.
Exactly. I'll play some more.
Not drop off a busload of black people up north. Never. So it's time for Mayor Lightfoot to understand we will no longer be disrespected by you, ma'am. Please withdraw your decision to put the migrants in our community. There's plenty of room in Little Village for their people. Please speak to Little Village and take them over there. We're not hating on anyone, but we are loving on Woodlawn. That's right. As well, we are.
She said we not hating on she said we not hating on anyone, but we loving on us, right?
Already are struggling with the issue of fentanyl in our anyone, but we are loving on Woodlawn. That's right. As well, we already are struggling with the issue of fentanyl in our communities. We don't need anything else to add to the struggles that we already have. If there is a lack of resources in our community, we don't need anyone else to come in and suck those up. That's right. We're tired, Miss Lightfoot. We're tired, and we will not be voting for you. Thank you.
There we go. Back to what you said about the resources. Notice how she mentioned that. And she said they're already fighting drugs. Fentanyl is a drug. She said that we already fighting drugs. We're already fighting what we got in our neighborhood. So
go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was saying, God forbid you drop off these Haitian migrants and then they get involved with the drugs that's already in the neighborhood that the local people that are fighting against.
Exactly. Why not take them to somewhere that is safe?
Yeah.
Because to be honest with you, these people live in the community for a long time. She said she was born in Woodlawn.
Yeah.
She said she was born in Woodlawn, right?
Right.
She's born in Woodlawn. So she knows the struggles of fighting drugs in the community. Drugs is a very powerful thing.
Yeah.
You don't want to come from a foreign land.
Right.
You don't want to come from a foreign land and then have to deal with that struggle.
You don't want to come from, not only that, a conflict country. Just to come into some different kind of conflict.
Miss Mayor Footlong?
Lightfoot.
Lightfoot? Oh, I said her name wrong. Yeah, I said Longfoot. Mr. Lightfoot or Footy. No, Lightfoot.
You called her Mayor Footlong. Was she a sandwich?
Sorry.
Go ahead, Zacchaeus.
Oh yeah, at least okay.
Lightfoot, maybe Mayor
Lightfoot. I gotta remember her name.
Yeah,
Lightfoot. At least take them. If these people that are speaking up, they know Chicago.
Yeah,
take them to somewhere that is safe, that where they can have resources to help them out. Because right now, dumping them into a place in America, listen, I know. Hands down is better than Haiti. Hands down. We know that. We all know that. But take them to a place now you got them to America. Take them to a place where they can get access to resources, access to jobs, where they can stay away from the bad stuff like what Woodlawn. Now, Woodlawn is better than fentanyl. Fentanyl kills people.
Yeah.
And they're battling that, and I don't see. I've been to Chicago, but I never heard of Woodlawn.
Mm-hmm.
Chicago got a history of gun violence.
Yeah.
Take them to a place where it's safe. Yeah. Take them to a place where they can get resources. Take them to a place where their children are safe. Take them to a place where they can have access to jobs.
Yeah.
Don't take them to Woodlawn. Don't take them to Woodlawn. If they're battling fentanyl and they're battling gun violence, there's a recipe for disaster. Don't do that. I was about to say Footlong, but okay. Lightfoot. But yeah, don't do that. Don't do that, please.
So, hey, I could make this point to help this conversation. So, you said take them somewhere safe, right? I would also say it's a level of disrespect, not only to the community, but also to the Haitian people to say, hey, well, at least you're not in Haiti no more. So be thankful we dropping you off. Yeah, there may be fentanyl here, and there may not be any jobs here, and no access to any good supermarkets. But hey, it's better than where you was, right? What do you think? What do you think the Haitian people feel about that? I mean,
to them, America's like the promised land. But
right.
But on the same token, they have another struggle.
Right.
We need money, we need food, we need shelter.
Yeah.
And we need now that we are here, now is another struggle. We gotta get resources, we gotta get food, we gotta get things to help us. So let's say if we don't want to live in Chicago, we can move to where our Haitian community is. There's plenty. There's Haitian community, and they can move to Florida if they have money. They can move to Brooklyn, New York if they have money. There's Haitian communities.
Yeah.
Because
if you are
let's face it,
if you're migrating to New York now, that doesn't work. Not if you're black. That doesn't work that doesn't work now in New York. But I get your point. Your point is, I'm pretty sure there already is a Haitian community or a Caribbean or a West Indian Caribbean community in Chicago already. I would think so. Chicago is the third largest.
Right.
Chicago is the third largest city in America.
Right.
Okay.
So there might be a Caribbean community there.
I would think there is. I would think there's.
That'll be good for that.
I would think there's plenty of migrant communities already, right?
In Chicago.
That they could definitely feel more comfortable in, and then they'll be able to get used to the rest of the city and the ins and outs.
Right.
So I'll say this. Now let's talk about local. I'm a black man. I don't just move I'm from America. I don't just move anywhere here. I don't just move anywhere in this country. I don't. I live in Houston. I made sure that I live in Houston now, from Staten Island, New York, for those who forgot. I came from a neighborhood that already had black people in it. And any other times that I lived in other locations in Staten Island, it was where my people was. So that I didn't stick out like a sore thumb. Not because I can't live anywhere else, but because I was familiar with things. And also, let's just keep it real. There's racism. So you want to make sure you're not somewhere where you're always being accosted. You know what I mean?
Right. Yes.
When I came to Houston, I had to scope out the neighborhood. I wanted to see if there were people there who look like me, right? Who talk like me, right? You know what I'm saying? And how I found out is, you go to the local, you drive around, you see the neighborhood you about to rent in or whatever. You go to the grocery stores. Grocery stores let you know who live in the community. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, they do. Yes.
So, and I get it. Haitians and African Americans share the same complexion, but we do not speak the same. This is America, so they speak, for the most part, Creole and maybe some French. So now you have a language barrier. If you don't have enough Haitians in Woodlawn, for example, that could help and show them the way, then you basically got them as scattered sheep. Because now when they try to communicate to people there, nobody's gonna know what they're talking about.
Right.
They're gonna be speaking Creole. Cats is gonna be like, "Yo, what do you need?" And they're human beings. They're gonna need something. They're gonna need help with something. No different from any of us, me and you, who speak English, who now want to go to another country, and then here we are speaking English to people who speak Spanish, or people who speak Russian, or people who speak German. They're gonna be looking at us crazy.
Right.
They're gonna be like, "You're not from around here, are you?"
Yeah, man.
Go ahead,
It's
Zach.
true.
What's your perspective?
Yeah.
On that?
Yeah. So now you're looking at these are things that I think that she was just happy. Well, I keep on saying her name, Mrs. Lightfoot.
I think Lightfoot. Real quick, I'm gonna give you the mic back. I think Lightfoot is trying to be the mayor that finally helped Haitians. That's what I think it is, because me and you talked off air and we said that last year. Remember when all them Haitian they was at the border,
Yes.
right? And they had people with horses freaking going yee-haw and all that and chasing them down.
Yeah.
And they deported them. They had expired visas. They couldn't go get them back because of the pandemic and all that around the time.
Yeah.
So they deported them. You know what I'm saying? And they was in Mexico or already in the nation as workers.
Right.
So they were already working. They worked on the farms and stuff like that. They were workers. One of the things people need to know, like they were day laborers. People need to know something about Haiti and the Dominican Republic. You know this too. In the Dominican Republic, Haitians are treated like how Mexicans are treated here in America. Okay? The Haitians who live in the DR, those are the ones that do the lawn care, the day laborers. They do that stuff. They treat them like the Mexican day laborers, like how here, where all you got to do is drive up the home. Obviously, these are not all Mexicans. I'm just talking about the day laborer the day laborer citizens that are here in America that are Mexican, or any other group, right?
Mm-hmm.
They pull up in front of Home Depot and they say, "Hey, I'll pay you for a day to do this, do that. Can you do it?" And they be like, "Yeah, I could do it." They get paid cash, go home, take care of their family. They ain't hurting nobody.
Right.
In the Dominican Republic, that's how they treat the Haitians. The Haitians are doing that stuff. And the Haitians in Dominican Republics, from an ethnic standpoint, are cousins. Right?
Same land, same island. If you go to Punta Cana, you'll see some black. You'll see some very dark skinned Dominicans.
Yep.
If you go to and the things is that to me technically they're the same people. I know they'll get upset.
They're the same people. Yeah, they just
they get upset for me.
They had two different colonizers. Same people, two different colonizers.
Yes.
The Spanish colonized the west side. I mean the east side, and the French colonized the west side. That's all.
Yes, that's all it. Yeah, that's all it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so my thing with Lightfoot is that you cannot put people just put them places and just because first of all, language is a big thing.
It is. That's life or death. Hey, language is life or death, though. Let's just be real. That's serious.
And it's dangerous to put people, anybody, into a community that they have no idea about.
Right.
But not. I would put them into a place where they have the resources where they can get connected to. Mm-hmm. Because if they don't have the resources they're connected to, it's like you think if they're battling fentanyl, you don't think fentanyl is going to get into their hands.
Yeah.
If you think that fentanyl is a battle, and they don't know the language, you don't think it's going to get into their hands. Mm-hmm. You don't think that they're going to get affected by it.
Yeah.
Or you don't think that they have or employment. If there's not too much employment in Linwood, right? Linwood is called it.
Woodlawn.
Woodlawn. If there's not too much employment, that's another issue. Mm-hmm. Because now you're talking about resources and trying to provide for their family and trying to protect whatever family they have over here.
Yeah.
But my thing is, I would say this to all Haitians too. I think you should always connect with your family if you have family here.
Yeah.
I know the thing going on where you could sponsor for them to come over, but to just drop them off in the middle of Chicago.
Yeah, with no regard. And Chicago's not, Chicago, like you said, it's got its own issues, it's got its own crime. So it's like, all right, let's just dump people off. I feel like you're not really concerned about the safety of the local residents, right? That's number one. And you're not really concerned with the safety of their safety. You know what I'm saying? That's disrespectful to me. That's disrespectful to both people. That's disrespectful to the locals, and that's disrespectful to the Haitian community that you're trying to drop off at.
Yeah, just drop them off somewhere.
That's disrespectful. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes. And like I said, she want to be known as the mayor that's finally helping Haitians because Haitians got turned away all the time. It happens in Florida still. Yes, there's a little Haiti there. There may be, but a lot of those are second generation Haitians now. But new Haitians, they don't want them there. That's how they treat them. They send them back. They be like, "Oh, you over here? Nah, you going back." But where was that same energy when you had when you say, "All right, we're gonna make sure we make a way for Ukrainians to come over here because of what's going on with that war," right? Or when they gave people from Afghanistan, when they showed that video of them getting on a plane and the plane was about to take off and they was jumping on the wheels. First of all, that plane looked fake. Okay. Anyway, when they showed that and they gave them like stimulus packages and all that, and
they put them up in the safest places. When I tell you they hook up Ukraine in the safest sound places, Ukraine was getting more stuff than we get in our community.
Facts.
And I'm gonna say that again. Ukraine was getting more. Ukraine immigrants was getting more resources than the black people that live here.
Yep, that's a fact.
And the thing is that. So you can just drop Haitians off and don't give them anything?
Yeah.
But yet when Ukraine over here, they get the best hotels.
Yeah.
They get the resources as far as money concerned.
Yep.
And I'm gonna dig into history too. Dr. King was right.
Yeah.
When he talks about pulling us the black, see how the white Europeans. The white Americans, how they got the Europeans over here, they give them land, and they was able to get resources. And then you tell the black man to pull up his bootstraps, tie up his bootstraps and pull up his bootstraps, with nothing.
Come on now,
he has nothing. And you tell him to pull up his bootstraps, but yet you give so in other words,
speaking some facts here, my boy.
This land was just made for when during the civil rights movement, during the Jim Crow era civil rights movement, the whites already know how to farm. They already had the resources of farm and everything. After slavery, it's you're free, and that was it. After 1865. That was it. So we had to just stay put. We didn't know where to go.
Yeah,
we didn't know what to do because you're talking about generations down of African Americans staying and they don't know where to go, don't know what to do. What are we gonna do? Yeah, we're free, but where are we gonna go? And where's the resources to help us? Same thing. Europeans come and they get all the finer things. Look at this. Just think about it now. And you speak to many foreign black people and many other foreign people that come to the land. Do you know that they have to go back to school, start all over again with their education? But in the UK, they could come with their degree. France, they could come with their degree and it's still recognized.
Africa has
Jamaica.
if you come from any African country, you have to do the same thing. You could pass the bar in Nigeria, be a lawyer, but then when you come here, you can't practice that. You have to do it all over again. And
all over again.
I get the point that you're picking. The point that you're making is they're selective.
Yes.
Because you have to keep that same energy with everybody. Don't not be selective when it comes to darker skinned people. Now when darker skinned people come here, now it's we don't recognize that.
Exactly. Give us the same energy too.
My thing is, if you want to come here, but do it the right way. I ain't with that illegal stuff. I ain't with that because I can't go to your country and do the same thing. I can't just illegally go somewhere and then they give me refuge and they give me resources better than the locals that are already there. They wouldn't give me that. Right. No,
so they wouldn't. No.
If you're gonna come here the right way. And then have respect for the people who are already here.
That's the thing.
Let's do that too.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
We're gonna move on to a story that's been rocking the nation probably not in the best way. According to the New York Post, which I hate that publication, but I'll read it for this because this has the info that I'm looking for. A Tennessee police station has been rocked by allegations of wild sexual misconduct after a married female officer allegedly had steamy romps with 6 male officers, including illicit on-duty liaisons. According to reports, Officer Megan Hall and her fellow law officers allegedly engaged in wild sexcapades that included sending dirty pictures, taking her top off at a Girls Gone Wild hot tub party, and even having oral sex with 2 officers at the Laverne, Tennessee police station. The steamy shenanigans in which Hall allegedly bragged about the size of one partner's genitals, and claimed to be in an open marriage, not only led Hall to be canned, that means fired, but led to the firings of Sergeant Lewis Powell, Officer Juan Lugo, Sergeant Ty McGowan, and Detective Seneca Shields. According to December internal investigation, 2 other officers who allegedly had romps with Hall, Patrick Magliocco and Larry Holliday, kept their jobs, but wound up suspended, according to reports. Why is that? How was it?
The sergeants, the black sergeants are fired.
How was it that the other officers got fired, but these 2 got suspended? Does that make any sense?
Don't make no sense. They should all be. That don't make no sense. They all was involved. They all had sex with her. Why they had to keep their jobs? It's not fair. Not right.
Yeah. So this is the person. I'm gonna put it on the Summer Jam screen. This is her. That right here. That's Maggie on the right. I mean Megan, sorry. And the officer, Magliocco, sounds like an Italian last name, maybe. That's the other officer that she allegedly had sexual encounters with, but he is suspended. He is. He's
suspended though.
Yeah, but he's suspended. But here's who got fired. This brother right here, he got fired. This is Sergeant Lewis Powell.
Fired, huh?
He got fired. Right?
Fired.
This is another picture of her. Hey, man, let me just go ahead. Let me see if I can show the other ones. Let me just go ahead and just say it, man. Oh, here's another brother who got fired. Seneca Shields. Yeah, that was smart.
Yeah.
That's her being sworn in.
Yeah.
Right. She's married. Right. Right. I don't have a picture of Lugo, but that sounds like a Spanish name.
Yeah.
Lugo.
Yeah.
Let me, who else did it say? All right, let me get this off the screen. Hey man, let me get your opinion.
Listen, and I'm gonna say that I keep telling brothers this all the time. What other folks can get away with, you can't. You can't. See, he has Maglioli. I hope I'm saying his name right. I'm probably not saying his name right, but he has sex with her. Look, he still keep his job. He's suspended.
Yeah,
but he still keep his job.
That's privilege.
You're a sergeant. It's privilege. That's right.
Yeah.
You a sergeant, black sergeant at that.
Mm-hmm.
So still black,
and
you lost your stripes, lost your job,
and
you think you could do. If we're gonna be always see as us black people, some of us black men, we can always be slapped in the face because we think we can get away with certain things and do certain things and have the same energy, have the same privilege like our Caucasian counterparts. But
let me just say this: the reason why these officers got fired, these officers of color, is because they had sex with a white woman. Let's just say that.
Point blank.
Yeah. Sex on the workplace happens all the time.
Okay.
Hello. Okay? All the time.
Hello.
Off duty, on duty. Okay? Right now, there's probably a man getting his banana greased as we're speaking. So this happens all the time. It's only because it was a white woman and black and Spanish officers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's that, Spanish speaking officers. Let me just hold on. Let me say that better. I don't know if they speak Spanish, but going by their last name, it sounds like that of the Hispanic community.
Right.
Lugo. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know about the other guy, but I just find it interesting how the two white officers were safe.
Right.
Male officers. Now she got fired. She got fired.
See?
Megan got fired because she was the one performing the sexual acts, and that's a white woman. White men will keep white women in check. If they're trying to cost them their job, right? So they'll put them in check. They're like, "Oh, you want to have sex with black officers? All right, well, we're gonna fire you like one."
Wow, and that is exactly
Yeah. The husband says he's sticking with his wife. Well, of course he is. She said that she was in an open marriage.
Open marriage, right.
That's what she said. So of course he's gonna stick with his wife. I mean, that's some real simp-ish, but that's on him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, he married her, so he's stuck with that. Me personally, that could never work for me. You know what I mean? Oh,
likewise. Yeah.
I'd have to drop her off in Woodlawn, Chicago. But anyway, but listen, listen. It takes different strokes to rule the world.
That's right.
As the team says. So, but I want to say this though, on a serious note. On a serious note, I think people need to be very careful about. Black people need to be very careful in the workplace. When we work with other people, especially black people, and we earn a living, an income, that empowers us to be functional in society because we could pay rent, we could buy homes. You know what I'm saying? We could start families. When you earn an honest living, that makes you functional in society.
Yes.
White supremacy this systemic system that white supremacy has built hates some of us that are able to do that. So they will put people who cooperate with white supremacy, saboteurs, to sabotage our career so that we can get fired. I believe that these men that she had sex with, she set them up so they can get fired. Come on now.
I believe that.
She had to know. She had to know eventually when they get caught that they would dismiss all of them. She had to know that.
Oh yeah.
And these brothers, I have to pinpoint them because there's not enough black police officers to begin with. There's not enough of them to begin with. So it's systemic to make sure black officers are not cops. They don't want black officers they don't want black people being police.
Right.
They don't want that. Especially if they're the good kind.
Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So brothers out there, you have to be very wise.
Yes. Warning. Yeah.
What do they say?
Yes.
Don't crap where you eat. I'm saying it the PG-13.
Don't crap where you eat. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like these police officers were targeted in this sexual escapade ring situation. I mean, obviously she offered this sex. She offered it.
Right.
This wasn't rape. Oh, sorry. This wasn't sexual misconduct or SA or grape. I gotta say that for the YouTube algorithm. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This was consensual sex. She said, I'm in an open marriage. So this was her way of saying, yeah, I meant to do this. So what? And what you gonna do? Fire me? And yeah, that's what they did.
Yeah, they fired. Yeah, they fired.
So now these officers got fired. The ones who did get fired, they probably gonna take their pension. But why? I know. Interesting how it was so easy. And somebody, I forgot the YouTuber's name. He made this claim, and he said, "It's funny how it was so easy to fire them for sex on duty, but not easy to fire them or hold them accountable when they kill unarmed black citizens." Zach Keir, speak to that,
food
please.
for thought. Food for thought. Black citizens. See? Easier for them to, when it comes to our jobs, easier we could get fired just like that. Just, it's easy we could just lose our jobs. Easier. But for black citizens, we get police brutality for black citizens. Black citizens don't have access to information about wealth, and we don't also have access to, and we have to cross our I's and dot our T's. Fifth, cross our I's and dot our T's. So we gotta be more mindful. We gotta be more conscious. A lot of us are not conscious of what we do because what other folks can get away with, we cannot get away with. So we gotta be we gotta be more. A lot of us are not conscious. I would say a lot of us are not, or we choose not to be conscious. A lot of us choose not to be conscious because we think, because we get comfortable. We should never get to a point in our life, in a stage in our life where we're just totally comfortable and secured with the jobs. You always strive to be an entrepreneur. Always strive to make your own money. Never be totally comfortable in a position that I'm gonna have sex with her. This is a white girl. Ooh, on the job. Ooh, I'm gonna get me some buttercream. Ooh, never be a brother that is so comfortable that you think you can get away like your other counterparts.
Yeah,
and that's where the sergeant went wrong. That's where the Latino guy. Yeah. That's where we go wrong.
Yeah.
That's where we go wrong.
Yeah.
That's where we go wrong. We always tend to be comfortable. And I don't want to be in a position where I'm comfortable with it's not my I can't leave an inheritance for my kids on the job that I work.
Yeah.
You can't do it.
Yeah.
So why not strive to become independent? Why? Mm-hmm. Because things like this happens.
Yeah.
Even if you didn't have sex with her, let's say for some wild reason she accused you of having sex with her, but you never touched her.
Yeah.
You will still be fired.
Yeah.
You still get fired. Mm-hmm. Even if you never touched her, and she claims. Yeah. Remember who she is. She claims you touched her, right? Mm-hmm. And she can say, "Well, Mr. So-and-so had sex with me," and they'll be like, "You know what? You're fired."
Oh, and let's not forget, ain't Tennessee the state where of all states, ain't Tennessee the state where the Ku Klux Klan was created?
Yes, the birth of the Ku Klux Klan. Yeah, the birth of the Ku Klux Klan.
That should tell you everything you need to know. And I know people, people are going to be like, "Oh, well, that was by the Democrats." Yeah, I don't care, Republican or Democrats. I don't care. They all the same to me. I'm pointing out the racism. Okay, so that state is known historically. So you can't be a brother sleeping with white women on the job and think you're not going to get dealt with.
I guess that's what these brothers thought. Yeah,
exactly. And this is a good example of keeping you N-words in check, and that's exactly what they did. They got their wake up call.
Exactly.
They got their wake up call.
Hopefully they're not married because they got to go home. They got to
explain this to their wife. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're married, you screwed your wife. If you're married, you got to explain to her.
Yeah.
Explain.
Yeah, because
why you lose nothing.
Because Megan's good. Megan don't have to. Well, no pun intended. I said Megan good. Megan Hall is good.
Yeah,
because she's still with her husband because they have an open marriage.
They have an open marriage, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You may not have that, my brother. You may not have that, my brother.
Exactly.
Y'all may not have that.
Yeah.
Now you got to explain to your wife when you go home to her that, oh man.
Now, and I don't care what this woman look like, because some guys are saying, dang, you risked your job for a woman who looks like that. She not even cute. I don't care if she looked like
I don't vote from Popeye. Who knows?
I don't care if she looked like what's the I'm trying to think of Once Upon a Time, a very attractive. I don't care if she looked like Carmen Electra back in the days, or look like Carmen Electra now. I don't care if she looked like. I don't care if she looked like Rebecca Romaine Stamos back in the days. I don't care if she looked like that. Okay, I'm just naming who Once Upon a Time Cats was feeling, right? It's still not worth it. I don't care if she had. I don't care if she had cakes that were from here to here. I don't care. It's not worth it. I don't care how good the sex was. It's not worth it. Now you lost your job. You lost your income. Public embarrassment because you're all over the news. And now when you go try to work for another police department, they're going to be like,
they're done. The career is done.
They're going to be like, ain't you the one that had sex with that woman? They're going to be like, yeah, but I ain't kill anybody.
We can't hire you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no more to say. Any last words on this?
Nah, man. I want to tell the people this. If you like our content, subscribe to our channel. Fifth General TV.
Yep.
Fifth General TV. Subscribe if you like it. Hit the notifications. Mm-hmm. Hit the subscribe button and thumbs up the video too. If you like the video, thumbs it up. Yes. Thumbs it up.
Shout outs to everybody.
Yes.
Shout outs to everybody who's been streaming our content. Good things have happened since we started doing video, so we're thankful for that. All right.
Yes.
Thankful for the YouTube love. Thank you for our love on iTunes, Spotify, Audio Mac. You know, shout outs.
Yes.
It's been streaming on those platforms for a while, and people have been listening to it. But shout outs to those who listen to it there and also watching here on YouTube.
Yes.
All right. So, hey man, let them know where they can reach you at, man.
You can reach me at Instagram at Zacchaeus Music on Instagram. Also on Instagram, Wayne Backus Gospel on Instagram. Also on Facebook at Wayne Backus with Wayne Backus 167 on Facebook. Also on Twitter at Wayne Backus 2 on Twitter. Holla at me, y'all. Blessings.
All right. We're gonna get up out of here. Y'all can reach me at the Fifth General. Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at the Fifth General. All right. We'll see you on another episode of Mrs. Z and Fifth. Peace.
Peace.
Next time.
Mm-hmm.